What are we all looking for from a great outcome? A sense of accomplishment, a sense of pride, a feeling of value and worth and impact.
Hello, and welcome to the Love Your Work Life podcast. I'm your host, Elissa Shuck. Whether you're going for that next promotion, looking for a job, or making a career pivot, I'll teach you how to navigate it all so you can have the career you want.
This is Love Your Work Life, episode 146. It might seem obvious, but how we start our day and end our day is incredibly important, not just to the day itself, but to life itself. Why is this important? Well, it's important because what you want out of life, what you want to give and contribute to, the kind of impact you want to have, matters. And what you get out of life, the accomplishments, the recognition, the achievement of goals and dreams for yourself and people around you is important too. And the best way I know how to make sure that you're getting all that stuff is to pay very close attention to how you're starting your day and how you're ending your day. And I'm calling it the daily bookends because it's really true. That is kind of holding all that other stuff into place in the best possible way. Think of the reasons that, practically speaking, we use bookends. It's because we want things with a structure. We want things organized. We don't want things just kind of falling down and apart. We want it together. And my friends, these simple things I'm going to teach you today are going to make a huge difference to what's happening between the bookends, between the start of your day and the end of your day. So let's start with the beginning of the day. Start every single day by writing down 3 things that you have planned for the day that are going to have an amazing outcome. You don't know what the outcome is going to be. That's actually not the purpose of this. The purpose of writing down these 3 things and writing it down in a specific way is to set yourself up for expecting a great outcome. And I'm using the word amazing. I probably overused the word. You could use the word great outcome. You could use the word magnificent outcome. The goal here is for it to be this sort of above and beyond kind of word, kind of adjective. So for me, it's amazing. And this is how you structure your sentence. It's super short. Thank you for the amazing outcome to. Boom, fill in the blank. Some examples could be, thank you for the amazing outcome to our kickoff meeting. Thank you for the amazing outcome to my cold emails. Maybe you're in sales and that's part of your process. You've got to send out cold emails, or like a lot of the people I'm connected with on LinkedIn, they're recruiters. They're sending cold emails out to potential candidates. Here's another one. Thank you for the amazing outcome to my presentation. It's basically anything that's going to be happening through your day, setting yourself up for the expectation that it's going to be amazing, that the outcome of that is going to be spectacular. There's a great word. It's not so much about the specificity of the outcome that you're aiming for here. You want to identify those things that you want to have an outcome, and then you want to focus on how it's going to feel when you have a great outcome. What are we all looking for from a great outcome? A sense of accomplishment, a sense of pride, a feeling of value and worth and impact. Get your morning started identifying those things that you expect to have a great outcome, and then feeling the feelings of it to just pump it up to another level. Another great way to do this is to simply look at your calendar. Look at all the meetings that you have scheduled. Look at your to-do list. That's a great source for identifying those 3 things that you can expect an awesome, great outcome. Now, I love it if you write it down, but maybe you can't. Just pay attention to the things that are happening and give yourself that gift of a minimum of 3 things that you're going to be thankful for the outcome. Now, you're also going to end your day with 3 things. I especially like 3s here because in my background with home decor, like everything works better in 3s. 3 is an auspicious number in Japan. If you look throughout history, for some reason there's something kind of cool about 3. What you're going to do at the end of the day is a little bit different than what you do in the morning. At the end of the day, you're going to answer the question of what went well that day. They may or may not be related to those outcomes, and they don't have to be super complicated or specific. Maybe the thing that went well is you found a parking spot. You found your favorite parking spot at the office or at the grocery store. Maybe the great thing is that there wasn't any traffic that day. Maybe something that went well is, wow, you broke through and had a great conversation with someone at work. Maybe what went well was the transition from one activity to the next activity. You see what I'm getting at here? It doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to come up with something super sophisticated, but what you're doing by noticing what is working well is you're giving yourself credit. You're giving yourself those little acknowledgments. And especially if you do get in the habit of writing these things down, then it's going to be something that you can go back and look at when you need that little uplift, when you really want to have something that makes you feel better about the day-to-day that's happening. It's so easy to focus on what is not going well. The traffic was horrible. It rained on the car that you just went through the car wash. Like, isn't it funny how our brain always wants to go to the negative? I think that has a lot to do with the fact that our brains, our minds are problem solvers, right? So if we focus on the negative, we're in a way giving ourselves a problem to solve. Our brains are also powerful because we get to decide what story we tell ourselves in any given circumstance. So you can look at your day and think about what didn't work, or you can look at your day and think about what went well. Imagine even having this conversation with your family when your kids come home from school or when everybody sits down to dinner together. The topic of the conversation is, hey, what went well today? And that everyone is empowered to think in that way. It's a mindset change. And for a lot of us, this is a paradigm shifting habit to create. But it's important because as you build these skills, these gratitude skills, thanking for great outcomes in advance and acknowledging what went well, you are building some really good muscles, some gratitude muscles, some feel-good muscles, and as science has shown us, some really great things in terms of life experience. We get what we focus on. We create our own reality based on the stories that we tell ourselves. That's just the way it works. scientifically, and if you're into spirituality at all, it kind of works that way as well. If you want more good things in your life, you can start thinking your way to it, or you can start believing your way to it, because a belief is just a thought that you keep on thinking. Wrap your heads around that one. I've been doing this for a while, and it's amazing how just setting that intention of something working out, some outcome being awesome, you will notice it. You're just pinging your brain for finding that kind of harmony out in the world. I heard someone say recently that a great morning begins the night before. And I follow that up with a great day happens when you're expecting it to be great. So imagine how awesome it will be as you start creating momentum with this habit of setting yourself up for a great morning, because at the end of your day, you're acknowledging the things that went well and setting yourself up for a great day because you're looking through that massive to-do list. You're looking through that jam-packed schedule and being thankful in advance for all of those amazing, awesome, magnificent outcomes. My friends, do not live life in neutral. Do not live life on autopilot. There are way too many people walking around out there just in neutral, and worse, focused on what's wrong, focused on what didn't go your way. Of course, there's going to be things that happen that are 100% out of our control. But why not take control of the stuff that is in your control? And that's the story that you're telling yourself. That's the meaning that you're giving to anything that happens. And the worst thing that can happen is you feel better. If nothing changes at all, at least you feel better. Isn't it worth it? Can't you just approach life and goals and leading your team and looking for a new job or aiming for that promotion much more efficiently and with enthusiasm if you feel good? Yes, because our feelings motivate our actions. And if you're not feeling great, you're not going to be going for the things that are valuable to you, that you deserve to have in your life. No matter what kinds of hard times have happened, when you look hard enough, you will see that things are always working out for you. So set your intentions for that to keep on happening through these daily bookends. We'll talk to you again soon. If you like listening to this podcast, I invite you to visit my website at elissashuck-careercoach.com. On the site, you're going to find out everything you need to know about working with me on your career move, developing your leadership skills, as well as my courses, Job Search Field Guide, and The Art of Stellar Interviews. I look forward to meeting you soon. Take care.